computer. Okay, good. So this is a group of people. We've got David, Alice, Valerie, Stella, and Larry. Now, if I said, who are consecutive people? You would say, well, David, followed by Alice, followed by Valerie, followed by Stella, followed by Larry. Those are consecutive pictures. So if I said to you, what are consecutive numbers? Do you think you could give me a list of numbers that are one after the other? Who can try to give me a list of numbers that are one after the other? Go ahead there, Stella.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Now, let's write ... after that, because it means that this goes on forever. So consecutive means one after the other. So these are actually called consecutive counting. Can you guys say consecutive counting numbers?
Consecutive counting numbers.
Right. Now, look at this. Oh, wait a minute. You know what this list is?
1, 4,
These
9,
are, use the word again,
25,
consecutive what?
8, 60.
These are consecutive squares. Everybody say that out loud.
Consecutive squares.
Right. They are consecutive squares. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the actual definition. So the definition of the word consecutive is that it's a logical, unbroken sequence. Now, can you guys give me another example of a consecutive sequence of numbers? You can do any numbers you like. Any numbers you like. Larry, I haven't heard from you yet today, so I'd love for you.
Where's number 2?
So Larry, if you could unmute yourself, then if you speak, I can hear you. Because now I can see you. And all right, who's going to give me the next list of numbers? And Valerie, you're muted. You need to be unmuted. So who wants to try? Uh-oh. All right, you guys ready? I'm going to give you an example now. Ready? 2, 4, 6.
6,
8, 10.
And what is this list of numbers called? What kind of consecutive numbers are these?
even numbers.
Say again. Say again, Stella.
Consecutive even numbers.
Yes, they are consecutive even numbers. Now I want somebody else to raise their hand because I'm going to put down another group of numbers and I want you to tell me what that group of numbers is called. They're consecutive what? Raise your hand, please. Raise your hand. Come on, Larry, go for it, Larry.
Odd numbers.
No, but Stella, if I call on Larry and you say it, he doesn't get to think for himself. So you got to be really respectful to him. Larry, what kind of consecutive numbers are these? Come on, if 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, if those are consecutive even numbers, Larry, you raised your hand. What kind of numbers are these?
I was stretching.
Are you stretching? Okay, go for it, Valerie. Go for it, Alice. And Stella said it. So if you guys were paying attention, you would have heard what she said. Go ahead, Stella, remind us what it is.
Consecutive odd numbers.
Guys, these are consecutive odd numbers. Okay, and they're very, very important numbers. Now, I'm going to give you another group of numbers. can you help me with the next one?
15.
Come on, Valerie. Go, Valerie. Come on, Valerie. 5, 10, 15. You know what's next.
20.
And keep going.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
And Alice, what are these numbers called? Consecutive what? Any idea, Alice? I mean, if you read the numbers, it might help. All right, go for it, Stella.
5s.
Yeah, they're called consecutive multiples of 5. Consecutive multiples of 5. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. Is everybody ready for my story? Okay. In 1777, a little baby was born, and his name was Carl Friedrich Gauss, and he lived in Germany. Now, who can tell me how old Carl was in 1784? So he was born in 1777. Don't call it out, but raise your hand. And if it's me, I'm going to write it down. I'm going to look at those numbers and look at the difference between them. Because I see 1784, I see 1780, and I see 1777, and I say, from 1777 to 1780, and 1780 to 84, and if I add those two together, I get his age. Raise your hand if you can tell me what is his age in 1784. Go ahead, Larry. Larry, you're muted, Larry. So if you keep yourself muted, we can't hear you.
3.
Oh, yes. And Larry, what about from 1780 to 1784? Who wants to help? Alice, can you help? Come on, Alice. From 1780 up to 1784 is how many more? Come on, Valerie, do you have it?
4.
Oh, yes. And if you add 4 plus 3, you get his age.
7.
Yes. So Carl was 7 years old. Now, would you like to learn a story about Carl? Carl was a naughty 7-year-old.
Oh.
He got in trouble all the time. And do you know why he got in trouble? Because nobody understood how much he loved numbers. So he was naughty, but it really wasn't his fault. But guess what happened in 2nd grade for him? His teacher said, "You are not going to recess with the class. So we're not going to recess with the class." And this is what the teacher told him he had to do. He had to add the numbers 1 plus 2 plus 3, ... all the way to 100. And the teacher thought that it would take Gauss all day and night to do it. But do you know what happened? Gauss was able to give the answer in a few seconds. Now, what if the teacher said to add the consecutive numbers from 1 to 10? So everybody write that out. Ready? 1,
1 plus
2,
2 plus 3, 4,
Five.
5, plus 6, plus 7, plus 8, plus 9, plus 10.
Plus 10.
Now, I'm not going to tell you what Gauss's answer was yet, but what I want you to do is I want you to be thinking about, hey, how do you think he added these numbers up? Do you think he just added 1 plus 2 and then said 3 plus 3 and 6 plus 4? Do you think he did that? Valerie, what do you think? Would you like to see what was going on in Gauss's mind? Watch this. Gauss took a pencil and then he wrote out and made a bracket between 1 and 10. Then he made a bracket between 9 and 2. And then between 3 and 8, 4 and 7, and 5 and 6. Does anybody see what is going on here? What happens when we add all those numbers? Now, I know that Valerie is a mathematician because she is writing it down. I know Stella, I can see Stella, but Alice, I can see both of your hands, which means you're not writing. And I'm not sure you are putting, Larry, you're putting your pen in your mouth, so you can't be writing either. So I would love you to write this out and then tell me what you see. It's really, really special.
1 plus 9 is 10.
Well, are we doing 1 plus 9 or are we doing 9 plus what?
2.
Because Valerie, you're right about 1 plus 9, but we're doing 9 plus 2 and 10 plus 1 and 3 plus 8 and 4 plus 7 and 5 plus 6. And Valerie, what do you see?
They're all 11.
Yes. And who can tell me how many 11s there are? Don't say it out loud. Anybody can answer this question. I know Valerie knows it. She's got her hand up. But I'm looking at this piece of paper and I wrote and I circled every one of the 11s. So Alice, how many 11s do we have here?
Five.
Valerie, do you agree with Alice? I agree with Alice. Stella, do you agree with Alice? And what about you, Larry? Do you agree? Yeah, but Larry, remember, you're muted, so I can't hear you. Now,
Yes.
good, but keep yourself unmuted, please. Now, everybody write down 11 times 5. And do not call it out. And then you also write down 11 plus 11 plus 11 5 times. Both of those will give you the same answer. You could either use multiplication, 5 times 11, or you could use repeated addition. Valerie, I'm going to let you answer this one.
55.
And which one did you do? Did you do the multiplication or did you do the addition? Which one did you do, Valerie? The multiplication, 11 times 5 is 55. Or did you do the addition?
Addition.
And which column did you add first? Who knows what column to add first, guys?
Ones.
Yes, and 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is?
5.
And now the tens column. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is?
5.
Now, who thinks they know what Gauss did on that very, very special day? So Gauss wrote out the numbers. Ready for this? All he wrote on his piece of paper was 1 plus 2 plus 3, 98 plus 99 plus, oops, hold on. I wanna give myself a little more room here. And what do you think he was thinking about here? And remember, it's all the numbers in between 3 and 98. What should we connect with our brackets? Between 1 and 10, we connected 10 and 1 and 9 and 2 and 8 and 3 and 7 and 4 and 6 and 5. What do you think we're going to connect to the 100?
1.
Wow. You know what? I may start calling you guys mini Gausses. I may start calling you guys mini Gausses. And now, Stella, can you tell me the next bracket that he connected?
2 and 99.
2 and what number?
99.
99. And what about you, Alice? Come on, Alice. What do you think he connected? 98 and what?
3.
Right. And Larry, guess what you're going to tell us?
What?
Larry, you're going to tell us the magic number. The magic number from 1 to 10 is 11. The magic number here is different. And remember, Valerie told us the magic number last time. Larry, could you do it this time? What is 100 plus 1, or 99 plus 2, or 98 plus 3, or 97 plus 4? Come on, Larry, I know you can do it.
99.
Well, 98 plus 1 is 99, but 98 is added to 3. Larry, go to 101 and see if you could add 100 plus 1. And I know, Stella, that you've got it. Everybody else can write it down if you've got it. So if you've got it, you should be picking up your pencil. Come on, Larry. What is 100 plus 1? Say it out loud. In fact, you could even just say the two numbers. 100 and...
1.
Right. And who knows what 99 plus 2 is? Stella. Go, Stella. How about you, Alice? 99 plus 2.
101.
Oh, yes. And Valerie, what about 98 plus 3?
101.
1.
Stella, what about 97 plus 4?
101.
And now, who can tell me how many? Remember, guys, when we just did from 1 to 10, we did 11 times 5 to get 55. Here, we have to do 101 times what number? Remember, here we had 10 numbers and we only had 5 pairs. Here we have 100 numbers. Who thinks that they can cut 100 in half? Who thinks that they can do that? We know we can cut 10 in half. Alice, it's you, kid. Go for it.
10.
Well, that's half of 20. Really nice job. Valerie?
50.
Whoa, everybody write this down. 101 times 50. Now, I am going to show you guys what Gauss did on that day. Are you ready? Gauss said, hey, I have 50 100s, and I have 50 ones. Who knows how much is 50 ones? So 1 times 50 or 50 times 1. Who can tell me what that is? Go ahead, Larry.
I didn't quite hear you.
Well, okay, so Larry, put yourself in the middle of the screen so your head is centered and centered top to bottom. So angle the computer down or the iPad down a little bit more and turn the computer a little bit to one side. So instead of you being off to the right, you're in the center. Okay, Stella, what'd you come up with? What'd you come up with, Stella? You had your hand up.
50.
Yes, of course it's 50. So now we have to look at 50 times 100. So 50 times 1 is 50. Who can tell me 50 times 100? Do you want to do 50 times 10 first? Who can help me with that? So 50, 10 times. Are you ready? Let's count by 50. Go. 50, 100, 150,
150,
just 200, and then 250.
300, 350, 400, 450, 500, 550.
Wait a minute, hold on. How many of you know that we're only counting 10 of them? So we're literally counting 1. Come on, help me. 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, 500. And guys, that's just 10 50s. Now we now have to do 10 500s. We now need to do 10 500s, and let's do it together. Are you ready? Let's go. 500.
100,
100,
1,000.
1,000,
1,500. 2,000.
2,000,
Who's got the next one? Raise your hand. Go ahead, Valerie.
2,500.
Wow. Stella, what do you get for the next one?
3,000.
Amazing.
Thank you.
And
Larry,
Alex,
actually,
what do you get for the
Valerie.
next one?
录停下来让你上课。
Come on, Alice. If we did 1,000 and then 1,500, 2,000 and then 2,500 and 3,000, what's the next one? 3,000 what?
干嘛？
Can you help her out, Larry? Larry, can you help her out? Can anyone help out? And Stella, you are muted. So your computer sound is off.
I can help her.
Who is that?
Me.
Oh, Valerie, go for it, honey.
3,500.
So Larry, do you see that? 3,500. Larry, can you do the next one? Look at this sequence of numbers. After 3,500 comes what, Larry? Can you read that number, Larry?
400.
Well, 400 would have 2 zeros after the 4. What is the 4 with 3 zeros after the 4? Go ahead, Alice.
4,000.
Yeah. And then Larry, can you do the next one? 4,000 what? Go ahead, Stella.
500.
And what is the last one? Who can, anyone can say it. Anyone can say it.
5,000.
And so,
5,000.
so guys,
5,000.
It's a pretty amazing thing. But when Gauss did this, when he was 7 years old, and I'm going to show you what he did.
你已经很棒了，你
And
后面
he
数
did it in a couple of seconds. He got 5,000
直接听没事儿。
plus 500. And let's look at what he got. And this is what he did, guys. He did 5,000 plus 50. Who can tell me what is 5,000 plus 50? Raise your hand if you can tell me that answer. 5,000 plus 50. And that was Gauss's special number. Who thinks they can do it? Anyone? Go ahead, Valerie.
5,050.
And guess what, guys? Everybody write it down and circle it. On that day, when Gauss was 7 years old, he changed the mathematics world forever. And he became a famous mathematician, one of the greatest mathematicians of all time. And do you think he got in trouble anymore?
No.
No
No.
way. He showed the world how to add consecutive numbers. Now, what I want you guys to do now is I want you to add the numbers. Are you ready? 1 plus 2 plus 3 all the way to 20. So write that down. 1 plus 2 plus 3, and then 18 plus 19 plus 20, and see if you could connect those numbers and see what the magic number is.
根本
Because I think all of you have the potential to be great mathematicians like Gauss. And if anybody has anything they want to ask or anything they want to share, I would love to hear it. And while you're doing that, I want to go get a picture of Gauss. He's a very interesting looking chap.
So which one we should put together?
Let's try it again. Valerie, do you have your hand up, honey? No? Who can tell me the magic number? What's the magic number here? Go ahead, Alice.
11.
Well, that would be true if we were adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, because 10 plus 1 is 11. Valerie, let's see if you can do it.
21.
Oh boy. And Alice, do you see that 1 plus 20 is 21, Alice? Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
And Stella, what about 19 plus 2? Go ahead, Stella.
21.
Right. And Larry, what about 3 times 18? I mean, 3 plus 18. So sorry. Now, come on. Every time we do this, we get the same sum. Come on, Larry. What do you see here? 18 plus 3 more.
How many groups?
And Larry, you could even.
21.
That's right. And now, Valerie, can you tell me how many 21s we have?
3.
Uh-oh, that's not true. because we also have 4 and 17,
老师上课。
5 and 16, 6 and 15. We have a lot more.
10.
Oh, wow. Everybody write this down now. 21 times 10. Now, I really like these numbers, but I think what I'm going to do for you guys is I am going to do a single page display, and I'm going to write out 21 10 times using repeated addition. Can you guys please do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Valerie, you should be writing down those numbers. I don't see you doing that right now. 21 plus 21 plus 21 plus 21, 10 times.
And write that back. It's right here.
Now, who can tell me what is the sum of the ones column? If you add up these 10 ones, what do you think you get, Larry? Larry, what do you think you get? Larry, when you add 1 plus 1 plus 1 10 times, what do you think you get?
10.
Right. Now, who can tell me what number goes in the ones column and what number gets carried in the tens column? Who can do that? Come on, you know that Larry said that 1 plus 1 10 times is 10. Where does the 0 go, Stella?
In the ones column.
Yep, and somebody else tell me where the 1 goes in the tens column. Who can do that? Come on, Alice. Come on, Valerie. Where does it go?
In the 10.
Louder, Alice.
In the 10.
Right. Everybody do that and circle that 1. Everybody do that and circle that 1.
2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2.
Now, you can tell me the fastest way to add up 10 times 2 or 2 times 10. And of course, we have to also add a 1, but who thinks they could tell me the fastest way to add 2 plus 2 plus 2 10 times? Anybody have an idea?
No.
Go for it, Stella.
No.
No, Stella, I want you to do this on your own, honey. On your own. You know what? Everybody start with the bottom 2. Everybody circle it. Let's count by 2s. You ready? 2.
2.
Come on. 4.
4.
6.
6.
8.
8.
10.
What comes after 8? Come on. 2, 4, 6, 8.
10. 12. 6.
No, guys. 2, 4, 6, 8, and what comes next?
10.
All right, 10, and then the next one.
8. 10. 12.
Keep going.
12.
14,
15.
16,
16.
18.
18.
20, and 20 plus 1 is what? What's 20 plus 1?
21.
Yes, everybody
25.
write it down. Everybody write 21 down on the bottom. And who can read that number to me? What is the sum of 1 plus 2 plus 3 all the way to 20? Alice, go.
210.
Wait a minute. I have an idea. Everybody look at Mr. Kramer's screen. What do you see that is funny about 210 and 21? What do you see that's kind of interesting about that? Go ahead, Alice.
The 21 doesn't have a 0 and 210 has a 0.
Where do you think the 0 comes from, everybody, for 210? Did we just take it from the 10?
买了吗？
Isn't that cool? Wouldn't that have been way, way faster? So I want everybody right now to write this out. Everybody write 5 times 10
手机关机。
equals. And then you write the 5, and then you take the 0, and you put it right after the 5. What do we get? What do we get, guys? Go ahead, say it out loud.
50.
50. Now, what about taking a 13 times 10? What do you think we get? Don't call it out. Raise your hand. On 3. Nobody's got it? Go ahead, Valerie. Go ahead, Valerie.
130.
You have to say it with a lot more gusto so I can hear you.
130.
Wow. Now, guys, who can do 21 times 10? Who can do that? Raise your hand if you know it. Go ahead, Larry.
Just stretching.
But don't stretch, Larry. Write down 21 and take the 0 and put it right here. And what do you get, Larry? Larry, what do we get? And Stella, we can't hear you because you're muted on your computer somehow. Go ahead, everybody say it.
210.
210. Now, watch this, guys. What if I added the numbers 2 plus 4 plus 6
Mama.
all the way to 40? Are you, wait, no, not to 40. Let's do it to 20. So let's do 16 plus 18 plus 20. And how many of these numbers, well, actually, no. Let's not do it to 20. Let's do it to 40. So we're going to do 36. And let's see. We're going to do, let's see. If we did 20, no, let's do it up to 20. Okay. So what is the magic number here, guys? What is the magic number? Come on, guys. Everybody give me the magic number. Come on, I want the magic number. Go ahead, everybody say it.
22.
And how
22.
many 22s? And don't say 3 because there are a lot more 22s than 3. Remember, there's 8 and 14, and there's 10 and 12. So we actually have how many 22s? Go ahead, say it out loud.
10.
5. We have 5 of them. So everybody do 22 plus 22 plus 22 plus 22 plus 22. And who could tell me what is 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2? 5 times. And all you have to do is count by 2 5 times. 2, 4, 6. Come on, guys. 8, 10. And what do I put in the ones column, Larry? Go ahead, Larry.
Zero.
Come on, Larry. What do you put in the ones column? Everybody say it out loud.
Zero.
A 0. And what do we carry in the tens column? Come on,
One.
guys. What do we carry? A 1. And let's do it again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 plus 1 is what? Come on, 10 plus 1 is what, everybody? Say it out loud. Go ahead.
11.
And so if you add those numbers up, you get 110. Now, are you ready? Are you ready? We're going to do the biggest challenge yet. And the biggest challenge yet is to add the numbers 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 all the way to 40. So the first thing for you to do is figure out what is the magic number. And once you figure out what is the magic Gauss number, then all you have to do is find out how many pairs of numbers there are. I'm going to go with Alice and then Valerie.
22.
Well, that would be true if we were adding 20 plus 2. Valerie, what do you think it is?
42.
Yeah, so Alice, do you see 40 plus 2?
Yeah.
Good, good, good. And Stella, what's the next one? 38 plus 4. And Larry, I want you to pay attention, Larry. Go ahead, Stella.
42.
Yes, and Larry, what about the next one? 36 plus 6. Come on, Larry. Everyone has been the same. 22, 22, 22, 22, 22. This one was 21, 21, 21. This one was 11, 11, 11. Larry, what do you think it is, Larry?
24 and 42.
Very, very nice. And Valerie, what about the last one?
42.
Now, guys, here is the big challenge. How many 42s do we have? And don't answer fast. Think about what we did here. When we did 2, 4, 6, 8 all the way to 20, we only had 5 pairs of numbers. Now we have all the way to 40.
Sure,
What do you think, Stella?
sure.
Larry, I want you to pay attention, buddy. Go ahead, Stella.
10 42s.
Oh my gosh. Everybody write down 42 times 10. And anybody who is paying attention knows that all we need to do is write down 42 and put a what after it, because we're multiplying by 10. Who remembered the rule for multiplying by 10? Who thinks they have it? Does anybody know? 42 times 10. And Larry, are you stretching or do you have the answer?
I have an answer.
Go for it, Larry.
Mm,
What do you do with the 0, Larry?
mm,
Valerie, I don't see you raising your hand, or Alice. and we've done many of these. Go ahead, Stella.
420.
Yes, everyone. All we have to do is write down 42 followed by a 0. Now, I have to tell you, if you wanted to, you could write down 10 42s. Do you think that's a good idea here? Do you think it's a good idea for us to write down 10 42s? Anybody? Do you think it's a good idea for us to write down 10 42s? I want to hear what you have to think. Come on, what do you have to say?
Yes.
Which one is easier? Is it easier to say 42 times 10 is 42 with a 0 after it? Or let's do it. Ready, go. 2, 4. Come on, guys. 2, 4, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18.
18.
20.
Now, what do we write down in the ones column? Who can do it?
0.
And what do we carry in the tens column?
1.
No, that would be if we got 10, but we did not get 10. We got 20. So come on, guys, what do we put in the tens column? Come on, guys, say it out loud. Come on, guys, say it out loud.
2.
Put a 2. Now, here's what I want you guys to do. We're going to count by 4s. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 4, 8,
12,
come on, Larry. 16,
16, 20, 24,
24, keep going.
28.
28,
28,
come on. 32,
32.
come on. 4 more, come on, Larry. 36,
36,
and 4 more. Come on, 36 plus 4, everybody.
40,
Yes,
40.
don't forget to add the carry, the 2. And what do we get? What do we get? What is 40 plus 2? 42. And
42.
everybody, we got the same number. Now, guys, which
20.
one was faster? Which one was faster? Guys, which one was faster? Multiplication by 10 or adding 42 tens? Which one was faster? Come on, I know that you know the answer to that. This is addition, and this is multiplication. Which one was faster? Larry, I can only see the top of your head. So I'm going to show you the top of my head now, and you'll see how difficult it is to talk to somebody with just a forehead. Okay? And can anybody tell me which one was easier? Addition is door number 1, and multiplication is door number 2. Which one was easier?
Door number 2.
Of course. Multiplication will always be faster. And even though you guys are just in kindergarten or first grade, it still is the best method. So who can tell me a fun number that they like right now? You give me any number you want to give me. Just raise your hand and then say it. Go. Go, Stella.
47,
37. Go, Larry.
1.
Give me a bigger number, please.
107.
I like it. What about you, Valerie?
1,000.
I love it. What about you, Alice?
100.
100, just 100?
Mhm.
All right. Everybody look what happens. When we multiply your numbers by 10, watch what I'm going to do. And I love doing this. Are you ready? Give me a 37 and tack on a 0. Give me a 107 and tack on a 0. Give me a 1,000 and tack on a 0. Give me a 100 and tack on a 0. What are these answers? Everybody go. 37 times 10. Stella's what?
370.
And then Larry gave us 107 times 10. What's that, guys?
Which one?
1,070.
1,070. And what about 1,000 times 10? Go. Go ahead, Valerie.
10,000.
It is 10,000. And who could do the last one? This was Alice's. 100 times 10.
100 times
Go, Alice.
10 equals 1,000.
Wow. Now, I have a very, very strange question. What is
Was the highest?
Kramer times 10?
Times 10.
Wait, is that Kramer with a 0 after it?
No.
No, it's just 10 Kramers. Now, you know that would be very
Why did
strange.
you use your name?
Wouldn't that be, oh, wait a minute. You know what I'm gonna do, Valerie? I'm gonna use my name and let's see if this works. I don't know if it will. And we're kind of out of time, but I get carried away with you guys. You ready? 5, 6.
7, 8, 9.
Wait a minute. Hold on. We got a little problem here. Uh-oh. How'd that happen? Let's see if I can fix this. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If we add up 10 of these, what do we have? And don't say trouble. Say 10 Mr. Kramers. Oh my gosh, that would be trouble. 10 Kramers. So I want you to be careful of doing that because you wouldn't want 10 of me. 1 of me is enough. You guys agree?
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys all want to be Gauss someday? All right. I want you guys to be all mini Gauss. Great mathematicians. Everybody give me a high five. Everybody give me a high five. All right. Hey guys, I'll see you in 167 hours. Bye-bye.
True. Not true. Not true. Not true. Not
Yes, no, it's true. It's true. It's true. 167
No
hours. Trust me. Ask your parents.
Not true. Not true. Not true.
Valerie, you're so funny.